Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You're going to see that the futures are trading higher by 1.5 points. Not a big move considering we just had the ADP non-farm payroll report released just a little while ago. It said that U.S. private sector payrolls jumped by 281,000 in the month of June. That's a pretty hot number. So maybe we're not seeing a big move in the futures because the market's saying, hey, maybe QE has to come to an end. Maybe the Fed will need to stop printing money. Maybe the tapering is going to accelerate. Right now, the Federal Reserve is printing $35 billion a month after several tapers. But nonetheless, the market is really not reacting all that robustly after that news. So we're going to see how this trades out today. Again, I have to think that the volume trends after the noon hour are going to get very, very light. That could help support the market. I'm also looking at the dollar-yen chart, which is screaming higher today after that report. So dollar-yen is moving up. If dollar-yen starts to fall, though, that tells us that the stock market could be in some trouble. If dollar-yen starts to move higher, that tells us that the stock market is most likely going to hold up and stay buoyant today, possibly even trade a little bit higher. So let's see what happens there. Keep the dollar-yen chart front and center. Sometimes the dollar-yen will get a little bit distorted when you have a big news event. I don't know how much we can make out of the ADP job report. It hasn't been very correct, or it hasn't been in sync. Whether or not it's been correct, I don't know. But it hasn't been really in sync with the U.S. Labor Department's payroll report, which comes out tomorrow morning. So again, we'll see where this goes. Keep an eye on the bond market. That's going to tell us a lot. You could look at the TLT. You could see there a pretty good little fall, then a bounce back. Or you could look at the IEF, which represents the 7 to 10 year, and you can see that's still around the 103.05 level, which is basically where it closed yesterday. So again, you could see some volatility out here. Let's see how it plays out. Let's look at some stocks in the news. Rackspace Hosting. It's in the news today. Looks like the company, and they've said this before, they're basically going to take itself private. They're looking to take themselves private. We'll see how it comes out. I'm not sure, but they are looking to take themselves private. This was announced a while back. If you take a look here at a daily chart, you'll see that announcement came a while back. Then the stock has been starting to drift lower. Now the news is back up. So maybe it's just a rumor. Maybe an executive needs to get out of some stock. Who knows? But either way you slice it or dice it, the announcement today on Rackspace Hosting is that they're going to take themselves private. The stock right now is trading at $36.61. So it's a good pop from yesterday's close, which was $33.75. We'll see where this one could go. When I look at the chart, the big resistance level that I'm seeing for Rackspace right now is $44.45, $44.50. There should be a ton of resistance there, but that's still a long way up from here. So again, I don't think there's much you could do with the equity, but that's the only resistance level that I'm seeing that looks worthwhile. Let's take a look at STZ, which is Constellation Brands. I'm sure everybody knows the company. Big spike higher, traded to $95 after I should say this morning. Now it's trickling back down to 93.50. It closed at 88.38, so it's a tremendous move. I would not chase this one. Because it's a new all-time high, I would have to work out some calculations, so I don't have a level to fade it. But I think it can be put on the fade candidate category. I just don't have a good level for a spot to fade it. But this is a new all-time high, but this stock is very, very stretched, very overbought. Again, if you own it, trail your stop loss. If you don't own it, don't do anything. You do not want to buy this up here at these levels. Let's take a look at CAMP is the ticker symbol. The name of the stock is Calamp Corp. Right now, it's trading at $19.45. Stock closed at $22.06. So this is a pretty good little gap down. I am going to have some levels for this one today. So come on over to the chat room. That'll be posted up at 9 a.m. We will look to play CAMP today. Again, nice strong gap down too. So we'll see where this goes. But again, very, very little upside here and pretty sharp gap down. But we will have some gap levels if it does trade a little bit lower. Let's take a look at Paychex. PAYX is the ticker symbol. Stock right now, I believe they reported earnings as well. Right now for Paychex, I think they came in with a profit, but who cares about that? We only care about what the market thinks. Stock closed yesterday at $42.13. It's trading at $41.40. I'm not really seeing a lot of movement, but one level I will give you today, if it does get there, be $39.45. There could be a scalp play at that level, $39.45. So keep that on the radar for Paychex. I don't know if it's going to get down there. If it does, hey, then we got a scalp trade. Remember, a scalp trade is nothing more than a quick day trade lasting between 10 and 30 minutes. Let's take a look at Shutterfly, SFLY. Great move here. Stock closed at $43.51. It's now trading at $48.95. I will have some resistance levels for us in the chat room posted at 9 a.m. So again, we'll probably look to play Shutterfly this morning. Again, that'll be posted up at 9 a.m. Until then, we're not going to do much, but great move for Shutterfly. I think it probably has a little bit more upside. I don't think it has a lot more, but nonetheless, good move, good solid pop, and we'll see if it gets into our resistance level, but we will be looking to play Shutterfly this morning, and again, those levels will be posted up in the chat room at 9 a.m. All right, we're going to move over a little bit to the gold market now, and what you're going to see here for the gold market is that gold futures are trading lower by about, well, they're back to the positive side. They were lower by 50 cents. They just moved back to the positive side by 80 cents. They're trading right around $1,327.20 an ounce. So gold futures just continue to hold up like a rock despite any kind of news. Generally, when the dollar-yen makes a move higher, gold will go lower, so be a little bit careful there. But right now, gold futures are holding steady. I think gold is overbought on the daily chart. It would need to pull back a little bit, but I can't rule it out. It's so strong right now. It's holding up so well. I can't rule out that it's not going to go higher. But so stay neutral on it. Although I do expect or would like to see a pullback, it's not happening at this time. But gold futures are holding up very, very well. There's not much we could do with it though. Let's take a look at the oil market. Light sweet crude is trading lower by 47 cents a barrel to $104.87. Right now, if you take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for trading light sweet crude, you're going to see that's trading at $38.62. Closed at $38.86. Again, crude pulling back a little bit, but I don't see any giant negative out here for crude. So let's stay relatively neutral on oil. It is time before a major holiday. Oil prices rarely go down before a major holiday, but nonetheless, you never know. We'll see where it trades out, how it finishes. But you do have a lot of geopolitical events, including Iraq, Iran, also the situation going on in Russia, Ukraine. All of these are premiums, keeping a premium built into the oil price. So again, we'll see how it plays out. I'm not sure what we could do with it today, but when I look at the USO, there's a ton of support still around $37.40, and we're very far from there. I don't even see it getting down to that level. So again, I stay neutral on oil at this moment in time. I think that really concludes everything we were looking at. Futures are trading higher by 2.25 points. Again, the volume trends will get light today. That will help the market stay somewhat buoyant. Again, we'll watch the dollar-yen chart, and we'll see how it all plays out and shakes out going forward. And that's pretty much everything that we have for today. I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.